I'm in Wellington. Can get on the other side there, so my utes going to be secure when I drive around the other side. Put the boat in there, park it up, and go for a journey upstream. Back through Wellington, I thought I'd check out this boat ramp, which is like just behind me there, as a potential spot to put the boat in, and then I noticed, I was wondering why there's like gates up there and the road says no through road. It's because the road fell in the river. Thank God there's only a tree on the bridge, not horses, because it's got things to do. Part about having a painted boat and trying to look after it and keep it nice and painted, nicely painted, with no stone chips, is towing it on dirt roads. So I have to drive drastically slower than I normally would, and I'm not a big fan of that. So we're on the other side of the river. It's 31 k's to the dam wall, and the boat holds about 40 litres of fuel, and we've got an extra 10 litres on board. First off, I check out the crossing to test its crossability, so we can make our way downstream after we get back from the wall if we've got enough time. I've checked the flow of the river, and I've contacted Water New South Wales to see if it's likely that they'll turn the water off during the day, but they couldn't give me a clear answer. This is much more of a placid adventure. The craziest thing that goes on, you probably won't even be able to tell that it's that crazy, but it's where I jump out of a tree and can only just swim faster than the current. As for wild rapids and dodging trees and stuff, this stretch of river is one of the more family-friendly adventures for when you get yourself a jet boat and you want to bring the family along. The first 19 k's of this stretch of river is all new to me. The Aboriginal name for the Macquarie River is Wamble, which means winding river. The Macquarie River is a part of the Macquarie-Barwon catchment within the Murray-Darling Basin. It's also one of the main inland rivers of New South Wales, stretching just under 1,000 kilometres. It starts near the town of Oberon and travels through Bathurst, Wellington, Dubbo, Narromine and Warren to the Macquarie Marshes. And then the Macquarie Marshes then drain into the Darling River via the lower Barwon River. Here's an apparent fun fact. Towards the northern end, near Corinda, the oldest evidence of bread making in the world, approximately 30,000 years old, was found at a lake known as Cuddy Springs. Put my flat bottom punt in here, sort of snuck in through a public road, but either side here on the property. Had to park, so we parked up the top of the hill and then just slid the tinny down the hill into the water, put the motor on the back. That was my first ever boating in rapids. So I think it was a little bit less flow than this. This is at like 3,700. I think it might have been at like 1,000 less. In a tinny, like however thick they are, not real thick, with jagged rocks and shit everywhere, with a propeller. Yeah, it was possibly on the edge of stupid, with my girlfriend at the time. Just set sail, just up the river we went. But it was just so addictive going up the rapids in a boat, and because the water's so clear here, when it's real shallow you can just see all the rocks and stuff. So we're just cruising along and going upstream. It's cool because you can just sit in the one spot and stay on the plane and just look at where all the rocks are and just go right out and just manoeuvre around all the rocks. But then on the way back down we just hoped for the best and it all worked out. Yeah, because we were obviously going a lot faster and just sort of tried to remember the line we're on. But yeah, this is the first time I've been up here since then, and the only other way to get in here is either the same sort we did, which is too hard in the jet boat, or put it in at that crossing. where we put it in today. So yeah, I've only been here once before and it was fucking amazing, and it's just as amazing. And I'd like to know exactly where I put the boat in. I've got a photo of it, of like the tinny on the edge of the bank and looking at the river across to the other side. Over the distance of the Macquarie River, it drops 517 metres in elevation. The Macquarie catchment covers an area of more than 74,000 square kilometres. The carcass of a skippy. It's been stuck in that tree for quite some time. We're not too far from Burrendong now. The catchment area of Burrendong is 13,886 square kilometres and has a capacity of 1,154 gigalitres. With the dam wall just around the corner, that's part one of 2 videos on this adventure. Thanks for joining me on this trip up the Macquarie. You already know the best way to see some juicy adventures that'll get you wondering how you got wet through a screen, so click the buttons so I can continue to click yours.